Today's program is proudly sponsored by Mongo's Mongolian Bar and Grill. Enjoy your dining experience in Sedona with fresh food at its best.
I'm Zach Richardson. I'm real excited to be here. We got a great turnout for the celebration of the override, so thank you for watching. That's it.
Sedona gives children a chance to try many unique opportunities in and around our beautiful city. Not only is Sedona experience outside of the schoolyard, but inside as well. Through great experiences such as artists in the classroom, guest speakers, and field trips, students learn in fun and creative new ways. Looking at the school district, I see the greatness that defines us. Every day, students and the school district strive to improve on already great attributes. This combination of hard work and dedication makes us the school we are today. It is experienced and noticed both inside and outside of the school district, however. The devotion and the hard work of the community of Sedona is the reason we are here this evening. This celebration is in commemoration of the hard-fought and well-earned victory pertaining to the budget override. I would like to start this evening off with a personal thank you from me to all of you for your support of the school district and the great city of Sedona. On behalf of all the students, I thank the committee led by Zach Richardson, the volunteers, parents, teachers, and staff for believing in us and making our district better and stronger. Thank you all and have a wonderful evening. And now I would like to introduce the best superintendent we could ask for. The only thing bigger than his muscles is his heart. Mr. Dave Likens, everybody.
Great job, Kevin. It's one of the luxuries of my life to have often opened up on the stage and had Pat Swice follow me, but I've never had the luxury, the opportunity to have a Kevin Swice open, and then myself and Pat Swice, who will be following me as one of your amazing MCs that we're going to have tonight to entertain you, because we're here for three reasons tonight. One, for a little bit of education. Two, for a whole lot of celebration. And three, to continue to build community. And so it's awesome to stand up here, look out at very many familiar faces, and faces that impacted what we do here in Sedona, not just in our district, as Kevin said, but in our community and across northern Arizona as well. So I echo Kevin's sentiments. I appreciate your attendance tonight. We have a little bit of education. I'm going to try to make that a little entertaining and fun. I pride myself on that. And then we're going to get into step two, which is celebration and having fun. This is Jimmy Valvano week, and if you know who Jimmy Valvano, Jimmy V Foundation, it's a cancer research center. He said in his famous speech, if you ever have the opportunity to get in deep thought in one particular 24-hour period, and then in that same 24-hour period, you have the luxury to have laughter and smile. And then in that same time span, you're fortunate enough to be brought to tears or to cry. That's a full day, was his words, 1 week prior to his passing. And so I saw that last night on television, and today I had one of those days as I spent 11 hours in this building today preparing with our students. And I laughed all day with those kids that you're going to get to see tonight, by the way, whose programs would have been eliminated if it wasn't for the committee and this community's hard work. So for that, I thank you. Not only did I laugh a lot, I went into deep thought about, which I have for 394 days in a row, since the last override to today's date, of what we'd have to go through, which brought me to initial tears. But then when I saw one performance today, which you're going to see momentarily, from a junior here at Red Rock High School, her message before she sang her song fulfilled that trilogy for me and brought me to tears. And so I've had a full day, but it's not complete until we come together tonight and have a little bit of fun. So we're going to start that off with a little bit of education, and we'll run through a couple of things here so you can see, so I can do my way of thinking our committee and what I observe our committee and our community do. And so, first of all, I think it's important, I didn't bring you here to read, so I'll kind of skim through some of that, but I want to talk about the importance of communication. And it comes from the term communion, which is the basis of people coming together. And if whatever you're communicating about does not bring people together, bring your school together, bring your community together, bring your family together, well, then it's not communication, it's something else. And so we're going to communicate the importance of together we can. And tonight, we understand that all of us, when I look at this graph behind us, the arrows are individual. When I look out and I see Lou Hoyt, he looks and thinks and does things differently than me. So he's a different shape. I look out, I see Elaine Bell. We have different thoughts, ways we learn, the way we process information. And that's great, that's called diversity. The beautiful thing of that is everyone had the same idea, we only have one idea. And so diversity is great. So how do you take all the talents from all the people in the community to get them to come together underneath one vision to have a successful override pass on November 5th, 2013? Well, first you must understand diversity. Diversity, in my opinion, is the art of thinking independently together. I just like how that sounds. The art of thinking independently together. And so that's what I noticed the Vote Yes Committee do. They had a lot of diverse ideas, a lot of diverse skill sets, but they came together. They thought independently, but they thought together. And they identified their goals. And with that, they had positive attitude. A positive attitude, in my opinion, also creates positive habits. Positive habits creates positive outcomes and also positive results. And so between the positive attitude, the different diverse attitudes that they had, they took those different attitudes and they started moving in one direction, and that direction was November 5th, passing the override by a 59.2% vote here in the Sedona Oak Creek Unified School District, and for that, I thank you. In our district, everything centers into our classroom. The classroom is the bullseye of what we do. It is the epicenter, the teaching and learning epicenter of our district. The magic of teaching and learning occurs there. Everything we do as a school district points like those arrows going in that same direction directly into our classroom, from the time the bus comes in the morning to pick them up till they arrive at our campus that is aesthetically beautiful, thanks to the support of our district, well maintained, informing our student and parent that education is important here in Sedona. We make sure that our custodians keep it clean and safe for our kids to come and thrive and learn and prepare for a post-secondary future. With that in mind, we also know that there's other parts that play into that puzzle. How do we have our secretaries and front office support staff, everyone from our counselors and our support staff, once again, greet those students when they get here. Once again, their efforts point into that classroom. They're supporting the teaching and the learning of your students and of our students here in the community. How our paraprofessionals help our students who have handicapping conditions or may have language learning disabilities to overcome. They help directly in that classroom. The same with our HR, the same with our principals and assistant principals, which we only have one now. At one time we had one at every school, but we have one now. Mr. Lipwicki, a little shout out for you, thank you. Mr. Litwicky's always the man. Our hardworking principals, our HR directors, all of those people coming underneath my job, the fortunate job of being the superintendent in this district, to ensure what resources we have go directly into those classrooms. And now we have additional resources for that, thanks to the hard work of our override committee, our entire community, and the values that they place on education. And we have our governing board who oversees all of that. And I told them this week in a meeting that there's not one thing that we have accomplished in our district that could have accomplished if it wasn't for their support, not just of myself, but of what we're doing in our community, and allowing the professionals and the hardworking people who have heart and passion in their support for us, their guidance for us. And so I want to thank those individuals, and I know that several of them are here today. Our board president, Mr. Zachary Richardson, with us tonight. Long time board members. Bobby Serber's with us tonight. Bobby, thank you. Karen McClellan also is with us tonight. Karen, you're awesome. Thanks for your support of our children here in Sedona. Also, John D. Miller, and I don't see him in the audience tonight, and Tommy Stovall, who's our vice president and has been on the board a long time. They play a very important role too, and I'd like to give a shout out to them as well. Our parents, how do we get them, continue to have them involved? And my biggest push is how you, the community, and us keep coming together. And that's the piece that we start again on a journey tonight, having you here. Here's some other pictures of just us working together, our leaders of our school, our board, our student leaders of our schools. It's serious work, but we're trying to grow and learn and model the importance of teaching. And you have a good old standoff once in a while when you get two guys like this lined up together, but Zach and John, but they're having fun, but they don't always agree, and that's okay because we have diversity, and we embrace that on our governing board as well as in our community. So we also like to have a little fun, like the high school principal, Mr. Carusis, does in those trainings, and we, as the superintendent, I make sure I keep my eye on him at all times. I wanted to give a special shout out to the Sedona 30, and you see several members in this picture taken right here at 995 Upper Red Rock Loop Road in the Performing Arts Center lobby. This group, not only for the last 2 years, in 2012, they gave $10,000 to the school district to help fund the override campaign. In this year, 2013, they gave $7,500 to help with that cause. Yes, give it up. They also, as you see in this picture, gave me and our district $81,000 check. And that came directly to this district, to me, to use with a plan to bring back a physical education teacher, half-time at West Sedona School, to bring back a music teacher, half-time at Big Park School. Those programs were totally eliminated. And to also increase the counseling services here at Sedona Red Rock High School. And so for that, I thank you, Sedona 30. I also told them, we gotta have a little fun. And so they did, in the next picture, have a little fun. And so we kicked it up a notch. And my favorite shot in there, I tried to figure out which one, but as I see Creed Osler on the left, he's hard to beat over there. He's having a little fun. For those of you in the school community didn't know Creed, but just everyone in there, Lou Hoyt, Jody Beeler, Serge Wright, all the guys that worked so hard over the years to support me individually, but more importantly to serve our district and our community and our kids. So for that, once again, I thank you. This wasn't celebration, but this was the list of programs that were altered. You're going to see many of these programs today. You may have already noticed a student moving around with the broom. He's simulating And simulating is the key word with this gentleman. He's a student here at Red Rock High School in our Performing Arts Department, and he's simulating custodial positions that were lost. We had a nursing position that we couldn't renew. You'll see a student nurse. You'll see interactions from students, and the artwork that you see out there, that's all indicates programs that would have been eliminated if it wasn't for your support, our committee support. And once again, not to be redundant, but I thank you for that. This was the numbers that was affected. 300,000 the first year, 600 would have been this year reduced, 900 the following year. That's roughly 1.8 million. Not out of a budget, out of children's futures. And so once again, this community come together. And so we avoided having to fill these lists in for the next 2 years. And for once again, I thank you for the investment in education, for connecting the previous leaders and previous board presidents of this district to the current board in this district to have community celebrations, much like we're having here tonight. We need to do more of those, not just to celebrate an outcome that everybody played a role in, to celebrate the fact that we're in here in Sedona and that we have the opportunity to come together. And I'm thankful that we have that. And we have a vision, and I want to leave you with a thought. And this has come very clear to me as I observed this committee and the Sedona 30 and you as a community. Adversity, some say, is developed when there's adversity. The character is developed. I say it doesn't develop it, it reveals it. And this committee and this community revealed their character. And once again, for that, I thank you. The committee and this community, they framed it, they didn't overreact, they handled adversity, they came together, they got marching in the right direction, they kicked their leg up, maybe not as high as the guy in the white hat right there. I don't want to simulate that tonight, but sometimes you got to kick it up straight, you got to kick it up high, and tonight that's what we're going to do at 995 up at Red Rock Loop Road. You ask, when are we going to do that and where? I say after 2 universal truths, we do it right here. We do it right now. Invest in education, and together we can. Thanks for being here. All right, time to start having a little bit of fun here. Every year we start off the school district. See, that education wasn't too painful now, was it? It wasn't too painful. And so we're done with the education. Now it's time for some celebration. And so each year in the Sedona Oak Creek Unified School District, we simulate some challenges, which are just opportunities in workflows, to overcome what we see and bring us together. But we know we can do that if we work together, because together we can. So I always recruit, and some of them's in the house tonight, young students from age 1 to a little bit older than age 1. I think our oldest participant, because I know when that participant graduated high school, is 70. And so we had multiple generations working together. And so there's power in that. I want more of that. And so I'm going to show you a shortened version of that to set the tone of how we're going to move through the night. And Jeremy, if you will, kick it off.
Tonight is a celebration of our community and of passing of the override. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to celebrate, acknowledge, appreciate not only our community, our supporters and stakeholders, but our teachers and our kids and everything that's good about education in Sedona.
Mr. Likens, can you sign this for me, please? I got something for you to sign here.
Yes, will do. How you doing today?
Good. Hey, have you got a chance to check out your email? I sent you a pretty cool Gatorade commercial with D. Wade and Kevin Durant.
Actually, Jeff, it's here right now. I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh yeah?
minutes left in the fourth. Miami leads by 2.
Gotta get him.
Here's my suggestion.
Should I look at you, or should I look in the camera, or look at you? Okay, good. My name's Jennifer Westlehoff, and I'm the president and CEO of the Sedona Chamber of Commerce. It's a great job to have. I think it's one of the best places in the world to represent. I'm very lucky.
So, you're a nonprofit, so can I ask you how you felt about the election? Or do you have to not talk about it?
No, absolutely. The Chamber of Commerce is a 501c6 organization, so we do have the ability to lobby on behalf of issues that affect our business community and our community at large. And I'm very proud to say that our board of directors unanimously supported the override and approving the override.
Does this mean anything to the Chamber?
To the Chamber specifically, but in terms of, not specifically to our organization, but to the community as a whole and the role that education plays in economic development and quality of life and the ability to recruit business and retain businesses here. education is critically important to that, and absolutely this has an impact on that.
So people were considering moving here. This was a really awesome.
Absolutely. From my understanding, the cuts that the school district was going to have to make if this override didn't pass were going to be drastically impactful to the residents that live here, and ultimately to our ability to be able to attract additional new residents, to attract employees, and to attract businesses. Absolutely. I want to thank you. You're always behind the camera, and I just want to say thank you for what you do in the community and helping get positive messages out about important issues. So thank you, Steve, and thank you to Sedona.biz. Thank you.
Key part is to be continued. I think you'll like the next segment, what we spent Thanksgiving on. But it's time to get some professionals up here to get some entertainment going. The next person I'm going to introduce, like I said, I called out some other friends, some partners of our district, partners of this building, the Sedona Performing Arts Center, and partners in this community. People that need no introduction. And I'm going to start with the first. He's the director of the Sedona International Film Festival. He's the man, he's the myth, he's the legend, Patrick Swice.
Thanks, Dave. Let's give it up for Dave Likens, ladies and gentlemen. Could we have a more passionate superintendent working for us? I don't think so. You know, if this ever doesn't work out, I'm thinking Southern Baptist preacher for you. I'm telling you, I would come to church, I would drop everything and be there for you. I'm very excited to be here tonight, very excited to help host what you're about to see. He gives us a lot of credit, and you're going to meet my co-host in a little while. He gives us a lot of credit, but bottom line is we're here for the students, and you're going to see some incredible students perform tonight and hear some incredible music and experience some wonderful things that you all made possible. And we are very, very grateful. I'm honored to be part of this community and part of this school district. I've got 2 kids in the district, one in high school, one in West Sedona School, and we are very grateful for everything you've done for us. So give it up to yourselves for doing this. We're so honored to have you here tonight. And I'd like to welcome my co-host tonight, who also needs no introduction. If any of you watched One Day at a Time when it was on, you'll know him from One Day at a Time. He starred on there with a variety of stars: Valerie Bertinelli, Mackenzie Phillips, Bonnie Franklin. He was one of the cast, one of the original cast members, one of the regulars. And he also starred on Broadway with Al Pacino. And he also came here to the Red Rocks and started Sedona Now, Channel 18. Give it up, Mr. Glenn Scarpelli, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little verklempt. Why? Because we were the second place choice.
This is true.
Tom and Chandra were booked. They got us. So anyway, we're the pinch hitters. So we hope that you'll enjoy having us here tonight. I think so. Do you think we'll have a little fun?
I think we're gonna have some fun. You know, how many people were here for the Rita Rudner concert? How many people? All right. So if you all recall, I was having some fun with Patrick that night.
I was gone. He took my place.
Gone. You were in Telluride.
Telluride. Film Festival, yes.
Which is a wonderful place to be, being a film festival executive director and all.
So he played me. His greatest role to date. He played me that night.
Thank you very much. But Dave Likens came up with the perfect scenario. Co-hosts.
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 There we
Who
go.
else but a somebody would sit down and tell you the truth?
I had no idea he was going to do that.
You never do.
Don't upstage me, little man. Sorry, go away. Anyway, we're really happy to do this. Glenn's a very dear personal friend, and when Dave asked us to do this, we were thrilled to do it for a variety of reasons. Not only because we're friends and we do a lot of great things together and have a lot of fun together, but also because both of us have a vested interest in the Sedona Performing Arts Center and this school district being successful. Number one, for me, personally and very biasedly, it is our main venue for the Sedona International Film Festival. We've had Nicolas Cage on this stage, we've had Joan Collins on this stage. This February, Susan Sarandon and Brad Paisley are going to be on this stage. We are very, very excited about that. And without the school district and without this building, we couldn't do this. So the film festival is very grateful to have a place here, and I know you've got a very important event coming up in January.
Yes, indeed. I'm very excited to be one of the co-founders with my co-founder, Jerry Gilden, sitting over there on the side. We're going to be doing the Sedona World Wisdom Days, January 17th through the 20th. Right here at the Sedona Performing Arts Center. We hope you all find out a lot more about it. We're going to have Mackenzie Phillips. My friend Mackenzie Phillips is going to be one of our stars. And Gene Houston is going to be coming in, and Don Miguel Ruiz, who wrote the 4 Agreements, is going to be standing here right on this stage and also doing a breakout workshop. We have a wonderful, wonderful lineup. Check us out at SedonaWorldWisdom.com. And the reason I want to bring this up is because when we were actually designing the festival, and we said, you know, we really want to do an event like this, we feel Sedona's ready, and we really started to get the support of the community, which I know the Sedona International Film Festival certainly has the support of the community. So we went out there and got, you know, the Chamber of Commerce was on board, and we partnered with you for a portion of our festival, and so on and so forth, all the many host hotels and such. We knew, though, the main portion of our event had to be at the Sedona Performing Arts Center. So we love this venue. This venue, I got to tell you, I've played many theaters all over the country, and there's not many theaters as beautiful and well-equipped and well-run as this. So as a community, we really hope we support the Sedona Performing Arts Center.
And a big shout out to Jeremy Ferguson, who runs this place. Give it up for Jeremy Ferguson, ladies and gentlemen. And while you're at it, I want to show you the real reason that we're here. And I also want to say, I see the override didn't get steps built to the audience, did it? Every time I'm here, I complain there's no steps built to the audience. So Sedona 30, donate to get some steps built. But follow me, people. Because right back here, the reason that we did this, and right back here is the reason that this community came together. There's a very large group of students here from Sedona Red Rock High School. They are our future and the reason that we did all of this. So give it up for them. And thank you. I'm not trying to climb back up there. I'll just walk this way. But they gave up their evening to be here. They knew it was important to thank the community and to thank all of you for getting this override through. So thank you very much, students. I commend you. You all look so professional and wonderful, and we're grateful to have you here tonight. So thank you. Yes, give it up for them again.
Yeah, we have a beautiful community, and our youth really shines. It shows what a beautiful future Sedona will have when we look at the youth of our community.
Yes, indeed. So what we want to talk about now is tax credit.
Yes, kids tax credit. How many of you know about the kids tax credit?
All right. How many of you participate in kids tax credit? All right. Every hand should go up. That's wonderful. There's a lot of hands in here.
And if you haven't, you have an opportunity tonight.
That's right.
Because out in the lobby, you will actually be able to do the kids tax credit. There's a booth out there. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dave?
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. So tonight is the night. It's almost 2014. Get it in while you can in December.
We could do a telethon, a marathon. Do it tonight. Glenn will match every donation with a personal donation this evening.
Okay, put on the spot a little bit.
And I think we have a video to show them.
Yes, in fact, I was just going to say, you know, one of my many hats in this community is to own the Sedona Now Network, and we were so thrilled to do a video with Mr. Likens for the kids tax credit that airs on Sedona Now Channel 18, and we would actually like to share that with you guys tonight. So, Jeremy,
roll it.
I would just like to say thank you, Sedona. I am the happiest person in the world, and this is what I was grateful for at Thanksgiving, that I get to continue to teach my precious students. Was that okay?
Hello, I'm David Likens, Superintendent of the Sedona Oak Creek Unified School District. I encourage all of you to participate in the Sedona Kids Tax Credit Program. When you pay Arizona state income tax, less than 1 cent out of every $100 you pay in taxes returns to Sedona. By participating in the Kids Tax Credit Program, you can direct $200 if filing single or $400 if filing jointly directly to the Sedona Oak Creek schools. Your tax dollars can go to work right here in Sedona for our students, our schools, and our community. Keep your money in Sedona by participating in the Sedona Kids Tax Credit Program. Go to SedonaKidsTaxCredit.com or the Sedona School District website and click on the dancing hot air balloon to learn more. Thanks, and remember, together we can.
So right now, representing West Sedona School, we've got the greatest little cheer squad you ever want to experience. So let's give it up for the West Sedona School cheerleaders.